O'Brien.
What's going on, everybody? This is Jacob Shoup. You're watching the Tom O'Brien Show. Man, we had a day today. Unfortunately, we were having some issues with the internet that was resolved. We got that taken care of around 1 o'clock. So thanks for staying there with us, keeping patient. Shouldn't have any issues going on now. We ended up getting a new modem as well. Looks a little stormy out here today, so hopefully we can keep this power going. We have the SPY trading up 1.79% at 574.07. You have the composite trading up 2.24% at 18,182. That's being led, I would really argue, by Tesla. Dow Jones Industrial trading up 1.35% at 42,554. With the Russell futures trading up 2.32% at 2,122. You got that dollar trading at 104.28, up 0.13%. Crude oil ticking up as well. I believe on top of threatening countries that get oil from Iran, Trump has now threatened countries that get oil from Venezuela. You know, it's going to make some movement up, at least in that contract there. Gold contract coming down a little bit, 3,014. A healthy pullback. I mean, this thing has been so unbelievably strong. Of course, you're trading at, I think we made an all-time high. Let's see. You have 3,062 trading at 3,014. Definitely has outperformed the market since the beginning of the year. Copper is trading off about 0.58% at $5.08. And silver basically flat right now. Let's see what else. I mean, this is a pretty like widespread green day. I don't know if it really makes sense to be moving up like this, right? Beyond that, we were just kind of due for a little bit of a counter trend bounce, right? Again, the whole way I've been looking at this kind of stuff is, what are the general market conditions? What kind of uncertainty do we have coming up? I don't think any of that has improved or become clearer. Now, I guess there is some conversation around, potentially pushing some of the tariffs back a little bit, or them being smaller in scope, which is fine. I still think there are issues with the broader economy. I think the contracting growth is there even without tariffs. Again, the environment that we're kind of in, per the words of the Fed, and I know a lot of what Powell was saying sounded very dovish, but I don't get why people aren't focusing more on that down revision in GDP growth with an increase in the target of inflation, right? That's going to 1.7% growth in GDP and a 2.8% in inflation. I mean, that's spooky for sure. And again, I don't know if you can really lower interest rates in there. Of course, now you're having Bostich saying he just sees one rate cut this year, and that's due to tariffs. Now, of course, the tariffs can get removed at any time, but that uncertainty exists. And, do you want your money in a market like that? And I mean, I don't have my money in this market like that. I am pretty cash right now. I have maybe 2 equities I'm holding. I am playing leveraged ETFs here and there. And look at Tesla today. I mean, I got in early on TSLL, did sell out before it went to its highest. That's fine. I still am bearish on Tesla. I think a lot. We'll talk a little bit about this, but overall, I still think there's a lot of uncertainty in this market. Now, I'm not saying that the year doesn't end very strong, right? I mean, we can get this sector rotation. I mean, for instance, right? Like we're talking about mining, okay? Like what is these new sectors people are going to focus on? We've been talking with Trump. He's going to do increased mineral production in America, okay? Definitely strategic minerals, quote unquote. You can't see them on the camera, but strategic minerals. And then rare earth as well, which I would assume kind of go into that strategic category. And then, in March 20th, immediate measures to increase American mineral production. This is huge. Mineral means a critical mineral. It's defined by 30, USC, as well as uranium, copper, potash, gold, any other element. I wonder if antimony goes in there. There are some interesting, very small junior antimony miners that are just in the U.S. Mineral production means mining, processing, refining. Let me me see here. Within 10 days of the date is order, the head of each executive department of agency involved in permitting the mineral production shall provide the chair of the NEDC a list of all mineral production projects for which a plan of operations, a permit application, or other application for approval has been submitted. Within 15 days of the date is order, the NEDC chair, in consultation with the head of the relevant agencies, shall submit the executive director of permitting council mineral production. Long story short, they're ramping this stuff up. They want more recommendations, a list of all federal lands known to hold mineral deposits and reserves within 10 days of this. So, yeah, they're going to start mining this stuff, man. I mean, in a big way. So, I mean, of course, looking at MP. Now, MP, I don't even know what the price has been in the past 2 hours, something like that. Still up 3.4%, okay? We've spoken about these guys quite a bit. You have the Ukraine mineral deal, which in theory I thought might be somewhat conflicting with MP Materials, although we're really going to find out what they actually have and does that cut into what MP Materials makes. Of course, we've gone over a lot of what they have. Give me a second here. We can pull it up and kind of take a look at it. Let's see here. Oh, good. Well, it doesn't seem like MP Materials. Wow, okay. Their website is messed up right now. We'll take a look at that at some other point. That doesn't seem very bullish, but that's okay. Neodymium is really the big thing that MP Materials is doing. This could be for batteries. Of course, you have NAC as well, skyrocketing today. Up nearly, excuse me, not NAC right here. Up 32.46%, 1.18. So, you know, you're having these smaller kind of, this thing has gone through pump and dumps a lot in the past, so just a kind of heads up on that. This is Northern Dynasty. You know, these smaller miners start to look kind of attractive. So we're waiting to kind of see what that transition over is, right? And I remember we were talking a little bit as well in the den, you know, do these tariffs help, you know, things like the Russell? I've seen something like that be said. I think producers to some extent, right? Like in really hard original industry can get that. I also do think though that tariffs can very negatively impact these kind of, you know, quote unquote smaller entities, right? So we are left with, it is kind of unclear what's going to happen. And I think that you don't want to vote with that with your dollars. Folks, stay right there, we'll be right back.